Thanks so much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can illustrate a term exchange, which is a term 10 converted to or exchanged to a term 20 at the 5th or 7th year. Now, a lot of companies out there have this provision in their term 10 contract that you can exchange it to a T20 with no medical evidence. Definitely check with your wholesaler to see the rules around these provisions. As I say, some of them are different years in. I'm going to go ahead and create a new case here in Life Design Analysis. And if you're not familiar with our system, definitely start the 30-day trial. You can basically compare any sort of options out there for your clients and produce visual reports. In this case, I'm going to focus on $1 million of insurance benefit, but of course any sort of face value would work for this concept. And again, what I'm going to do is I want to first search for my term product that I'm going to exchange. So I'm going to hit the plus term button here. Now this takes us to our plan specifications page where we can set things like our health risk, our payment schedule, and even pick from the companies that we may want to represent, either all companies, preferred companies, or a specific one. Again, this kind of integration, this term search, is actually provided by LifeGuide, and if you are a LifeGuide subscriber, you will get a 50% discount to Life Design Analysis, any subscription package we offer, so that's half price on any of our subscription packages. Now as you can see, we can go through that full LifeGuide survey, we can add any particular product we'd like to the case. Now, when we click Add to Case, this adds all of the guaranteed renewals in there, but sometimes we want to illustrate a concept such as an exchange where we would take the term 10 initially, but then swap it for the T20 with no medical evidence, either in the first 5 years to 7 years, depending on the carrier. And to do that and illustrate it in Life Design Analysis, we've made your life a little simpler by automating this. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just hitting Add to Case, I'm going to move my mouse over here to this split button. And when I click it, I have options to add to cases or reissue. Reissue stopping on guaranteed renewals, and that would be as if the client applied at each interval without with taking a new med. But one of the things that we've added is this reissue exchanged after 5 years and reissue exchanged after 7 years. So again, we can decide if we want this to add as a term 10 but then exchange it after 5 years. And again, that's the one I'm going to select today. We might compare this to a term 25. We might compare it to a longer term of product like a term 30. But again, this could be something that would be great for someone who has just purchased a house. As I say, cash flow is an issue. They need 25 years of coverage. But again, we want to get them and lock them into that term 10, and then we can exchange it after those 5 years to really fit their goals better. And again, I'm going to compare this actually to maybe a term 30 or something like that, just to show how it might look comparing it to some of the other forms of classic insurance coverage. So again, I'm going to add that term 30 into the case here. And again, we can do things like set or analyze age, but just wanted to show you how we illustrate that. Let's generate the report and see how this looks here. Again, as with any Life Design Analysis report, we can instantaneously make these professional presentations. They're going to include your logo, prepared for your client, presented by you. And this can already enhance the willingness of a client to really, builds that trust when you have a professional presentation. It looks like you've spent a lot of time working with them. Again, let's jump into the premium schedule here. You can see I've just passed that, disclaimer page and things like that. But again, what I wanted to show here is that, for the first 5 years, again, you can see we've got that term 10 premium. For the following 20, we've exchanged it to a T20. And then again, we're comparing that straight to a term 30 here. And again, this is a great concept. We might, kind of illustrate that, in those early years here, we're saving money. We exchange to a premium that's going to be a little bit higher, and again, at a future age. And then we have it all the way through. You can see at age 65 here for this particular client, that might be when the mortgage ends at 25 years. And we might want to compare that as far as pricing goes and see if it was the better option. So again, you can see at 25 years here, certainly the better option. Now again, if we have a longer term of mortgage, we may want to consider that T30 as well. And again, you can see that it actually breaks even over 30 years. But again, great concept to initially get low premiums and then exchange it and illustrate that concept or that kind of loophole inside the insurance carrier contract. So that's how you can add a policy as a reissue or as an exchange at the 5th or 7th year. So thanks so much for watching. Take care.